are at Shelters by Jesus podcast, and we are so excited that you're with us, you're watching, you're listening, you're hitting subscribe, you're hitting like, you're sharing with your friends, because that brings money in. And if you want to help get people off the street, you go to sheltersbyjesus.com. If you'd like to give, it's $9. We'll get somebody off the street. We also have 4 books out written by the dumb hick from Skowhegan, me. And they have 2 prices. $10 are free. And you put your name and address right there. And tell if you want books 1, 2, 3, or 4, all of them. We'll mail them right out to you. You also can call the office at 207-474-8833 and give them your name and address there. And they'll ship it. But the other thing you can do is get a tour. When you call that number, say, I'd like a tour. And you'll meet the residents. You'll see everything we have. And we're just excited about you being a part of this. So now, on to the podcast. All right. Well, I'm with another resident. We said we was going to do a series on residents, and I got a very special resident. She's actually in book 6 when it comes out. I just did a story on her. Her name is SARALYN, and she had a very interesting situation how we got her. So I got a call from my wife's aunt's granddaughter about her. Her name's Cassandra, and she picked her up. And so, SARALYN, tell us your story. How this all come out? You ended up here.
Well, it's kind of hard, but anyways, I was homeless. My sons and I, we all had an apartment, but we got tossed out because for one reason or another, the landlord jacked the rent so high we couldn't make it.
That's a story of a lot of people today.
So we just said, the heck, we'll try it on ourselves, see if we can find a place. Well, obviously it didn't work out because I ended up in the hospital and my other son ended up in the hospital.
What was you in the hospital for, Sarah?
Exposure to weather.
Oh. You
it was
same
hot.
Thing for both of you?
Yeah.
Oh, God love you.
But anyways, we got out and somehow we got lost. We lost each other. And I ended up at another shelter. And with my bad back, my age, I felt like a monkey. I had to go.
Is it wrong to ask you your age?
I'm 73.
73. Well, you're younger than I am. So I can't call you the old lady because I got you by 2 years, girl.
It's just that one thing led to another. We were on the street. It was getting ridiculous. And I ended up, after getting out of the hospital, they gave me a place for one of the motels.
Okay.
And it's on a bus line, but it's dangerous for me or the walker trying to cross the street to get to the stop sign. So I couldn't get really anywhere. I was kind of stuck, so to speak.
And you use a walker all the time.
Oh, yeah, because my balance is off.
Okay.
And I have to hang. When I had my apartment, I had my furniture lined up where, I could take so many steps and hit the arm of the chair and so many steps hit the wall just to keep me upright so I wouldn't be on the floor.
So we got a 73-year-old lady who's walking with a walker that has no place to go, that's headed out on the street. Yep. All right.
And so anyways, my time was up at the hotel, so there was no place but to go. And leave it to me, it was my luck. It was 7 degrees out. And talk about being like a freeze pop. I'm walking and I'm walking and I'm walking. My legs are getting heavier and heavier, and I'm getting tired trying to push that thing with all my belongings on it. You're
pushing the walker with the stuff you have on it.
I must have looked weird doing that, but anyways, I kept saying, I wish somebody would stop and give me a ride just to get me into town, see if I can't get a church or someplace that can help me for tonight. And I looked outside. I had to walk on the, like they call the bike part on the highway.
Yeah, they call the bike part or breakdown lane, but you're just off the side of the road.
But it was still packed with snow, and there was no place, so I had to take my chances of not getting fended in the back. And I looked at snow. I said, that looks so nice and soft and fluffy. I got to the point where I was really getting tired. I just wanted to sit down. I couldn't get the stuff off the walker because it was jammed. Packed to where I got it. And all of a sudden this car comes around and stops. And I'm leery, I'm an old lady. I don't know if they're going to jack me or what.
I got you.
So I turned around and it was a young girl. And
that was Cassandra.
Yep, she had a beautiful smile. She goes, "Can I give you a ride, dear?" And I'm sitting there and I'm going, I was trying to say yes, but my mouth was frozen. It's like somebody hit my back and made me talk, right? I said, yeah, that'd be nice. So she took me to the Wisdom Center. They had a place where I could go that night, another shelter, but they have to be out in the morning.
Right.
And that's when Cassandra says, "Do you like religious people?" I go, "Well, yeah." I says, "Christians, of course, I love them." I says, "I'd rather talk to them than animals than people, other people."
Yeah.
She goes, "Okay, well, we got about a 2-hour ride. And we're going to take you up to," I think she said, her grandmother's place or someplace. I was
Yeah.
still
That was her grandmother's
kind of
place,
out of it.
Hattie Jane. Yeah.
And you'll have a place to stay. You don't have to worry. You'll be safe and warm and everything else. She goes, "You ready?" I goes, "About as ready as I ever would be." I said, "Thank you."
Yeah.
And here I am.
So
Kind of here. I was come in here. I was kind of awestruck, because it was what you do and the way you talk when you're preaching and stuff reminds me a lot of the preachers I see on TBN getting excited and everything else. I'm saying, wow, I've actually seen it live, not on the picture. And I'm trying to get my body to go, yeah, put your hands up, do something. And I get about this far, and it's like, whoop, down it goes. I don't know if I'm embarrassed or I'm not ashamed of being a Christian, because I talk to, when I meet people, I talk and I try to plant the seed. They have a problem, and they'll say thank you or whatever. And because I wanted to be a minister, but then I realized I'm too shy, camera shy. I get tongue tied, one of these things. So one pastor said, if you can't pronounce the names and you kind of spit all over the place, you're saying it right. I go, good, I'm not alone.
well, there. Just don't sit close in front of you when you spit the name. That's all. Yeah, I got you. So what do you? First of all, I want people to understand the lady that stopped, the young girl that stopped. A lot of people went by. The young girl went by, turned around, come back. She is. We've been praying for her because she's my wife's aunt's granddaughter. I've been praying for her for 3 years to get off the drugs and get squared away. And then she's living at a halfway house right now. Mm-hmm. So a young girl living at a halfway house stopped and showed you heart enough to pick you up and bring you here.
Yeah, she told me that the Lord touched her heart. She goes, I couldn't just leave her here.
I wish more Christians that look down upon people like Cassandra who's struggling would have the same heart. It's pretty bad when you got a girl that's, you think she'd be just thinking about herself because of all of her troubles, but to think of you. So since you've been here, what do you think of your roommates and what do you think about this place?
It's awesome. Very awesome. In fact, I told my doctor's office that where I was, they go, I almost got the spit out of my mouth. And they said, "Oh yeah, we've heard of that. We have a lot of people here that come, and we're so grateful. But we're glad that you're okay. We worried about you. We didn't know where you were. We missed the point. Well, I'm alive. I'm breathing, and I'm with them, and I'm doing okay. I'm not as scared as I was before, and apprehensive and panic attacks and all that. I'm finally calming down. As I got 3 roommates, we get along like we've been there for years.
Yep.
And of course, me being the way I am, sometimes I'm a klutz and do things backwards or it doesn't come out of my mouth right, So it was like they were asking, I told them, we were talking about animals one day, and I was saying where I used to live, there used to be squirrels and all this stuff. And I said, yeah, the gray ones. I said, I also saw a black one.
A black squirrel?
A black squirrel, fluffy thing. And one of my roommates says, well, what do you call that? I just looked at it, go, squirrel.
I guess that's what you call it. If it's a black squirrel, it's a squirrel.
It was beautiful. Imagine it was bigger than a cat, but it was a squirrel.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like being out in the country because, like I said, I grew up out in Yarmouth. I had a horse. We had 2.5 acres, and I love the country a lot better than I do living in the city. But as I got older, it was more easy to be in the city job-wise, and with the kids, but
sure.
I've had my way. I'd be in the country. And
me too. I'm a country boy. I like the horses too because I got one of them. Got a 2-year-old we're bringing out this year. They're going to be showing.
Oh, wow.
I showed a 5-year-old stallion last year. Yeah, actually, his picture's up there on the wall.
Wow.
Him and I. Yeah, I got a gorgeous. It's my blonde girl. I can't tell my wife. It's just my blonde I have on the side.
Yeah.
She's Palomino, so she's blonde.
I
love Palomino.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Very intelligent. Her name's the gentle.
And her name's the same as my wife. They named her after my wife, so I said I got Selma at home and Selma on the road.
Yep, you got it together.
Yeah. My horse Selma has more bling than my wife Selma, though. There's a lot of bling for the show stuff.
Mine used to love. He was a ham. he loved people. He loved having his picture taken, and he
Yeah.
pranced and
Well,
trot.
there you
You
go.
know, I just had to sit there and make sure he made me look good because I just let him do what he was supposed to do,
There you go. Well,
and we
someday
won.
if you're here, I'll bring my horse up. I'll give you a ride up to the farm and show you my horse. So.
I had my bucket list. Was one of them was, I said, girl took me out one day for lunch and everything. She goes, "Well, now it's your age. Don't you get a bucket list like a lot of them do?" I said, "Yeah, I've got 2 of them." He goes, "What's that?" I said, "To pat a horse, talk to him, kiss him, love him, baby him."
Yeah.
I said, "And the other thing is climb up on it." I
There
said,
you go.
"Haven't been on for over 20 years, but it's like riding the bike. You know what to do. Even if I can just walk around in the ring in a saddle, I'll be happy as a clam in mud."
You know
Like
what?
that.
We may be able to help that bucket list come true yet.
I love it.
That ain't going yet. We'll see.
I keep saying, I know there's animals up in heaven and God's coming down on the white horses. Put me in charge of the stables. I'll go right there. I'll shovel. I'll do everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
that's my job.
Well, the horses in heaven don't poop.
Okay.
They're poopless.
Okay, that works for me.
You've heard of burpless, are they burpless cucumbers? Is there such a thing? Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Burpless cucumber. Well, we have a poopless horse now.
Okay, if you say so, I'm not going to question it. It'd be nice. It would be nice.
Well, SARALYN, I tell you, I'm awful happy that you was able to make it here. I'm awful glad
Cassandra I love it here.
Got you there, and you're fitting in well. And
I feel safe and secure. You know, there's no pressure on me, and that's what I like. With the other shelters, it was run here, do this, do that, and I just got so confused and tired. It was unbelievable. You know, I said, I can't run. I said, I'm 73 years old. If I was 40, it'd be no problem.
I know what you mean. I'm 75. I don't run too fast myself anymore.
Nope. The spirit's willing, but when the body puts the brakes on real quick, it's like, oops, can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I know. I got a hitch in my get along too, honey. I'll tell you right now.
But at least we're alive and we feel good and we got the Lord with us. That's the only thing that really kept me going was Jesus. I kept, I slowed down. I'd be late. I go, Jesus, give me a nudge, but don't push me. I don't want to face the ground. You're like, whoop, like that.
Yep.
Have him nudge me along. And I asked him to keep me safe. And wherever my boys are, we went separated. We don't know. They don't know where I am. I don't know where they are. And I says, I know you're watching over them. Just keep them safe so I know.
Yep.
That they're alive and they're doing well.
It's awful nice to have Jesus to talk to, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, I got to tell you something.
Well, tell me.
Well, I haven't told too many people. They kind of looked at me like I had 10 heads and 5 horns, I had a Bible study with my friend, talking about Christ and different things and what have you. And I went to bed and I woke up. I had him on my mind. And I'm sitting there, I wonder if he's really here. I can't tell. I don't have that emotion where I jump up and, I'm very inward. And I'm sitting there and I woke up and I sat on the edge of the bed and I went to get up and I looked and 2 hands came around me with the nail holes.
Yep.
I stood there and I couldn't speak. I says, you are with me. You are real. And he turned around and slowly put it away. And I'm sitting there wondering, is that real or not? But I saw it with my own eyes. I felt like doubting Thomas, I see it now.
Yep.
So I know he's there. So I talk to him a lot.
Well, you read my books, you'll find out a lot of things about Dr. Thomas that are real.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
I want to get that book with me in it.
Yeah, that's. I'm finishing that up now. When that comes out, we'll get you a copy.
Good.
Cassandra's going to get a copy too. My wife's aunt said, I'm going to have that book when it comes out. Get to Cassandra.
She's such a sweetheart. She told me a little bit about her problems that she had.
Yep.
And she put it like on the side, inside to help me because I'm old. It's like a grandmother, I guess.
Yeah.
And she goes, I couldn't just keep on going. I said, I appreciate it, honey. I said, thank you. The Lord is going to help you, and you're going to be okay too.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
Time, but
we're awful glad you're with us. We're glad you're safe, and I'm glad you like it here. Now, people watching this, we tell them $9 a month will take somebody off the street. Would you say that's a pretty good investment? Is it what would you give to this place if you were them?
Oh yeah. In fact, I'd probably give them like $20. That will help a couple of them.
All right. Well, I want to say thanks for being on my podcast. You are an absolute jewel. I can't call you an old lady because I'm older than you are, so I'm the old man, I guess. But anyway, it's a pleasure knowing you, SARALYN, and I'm glad that Cassandra stopped,
So mine.
and I'm awful glad you're okay, and I'm sure your boys will be too. So thank you guys for watching, and y'all till the next podcast. Y'all come back now here.